this is Heather with the Old Schoolhouse, and with me today is Michelle Osborne. Michelle is joining us today as we come to the close of offering the biggest discounted options of the year at schoolhouseteachers.com. And as a longtime affiliate, I am so excited that she is here to talk to us about her thoughts on the program. Right now, you can get 2 full years for only $269. That's buy one, get one free. Or you can go all in and get a lifetime membership for only $990. That's one payment, access forever for the whole family. And you'll receive over 400 Christian courses, pre-K through 12th grade, no extra books, no hidden fees. So if you're ready to simplify your homeschool and save big, go ahead and tap that link in the description, but hurry because the deal ends soon. So Michelle, I am so excited just to get to know you today and find out about your homeschooling experience. Can you please share with me how long you've been homeschooling and what led you to start?
Sure. Well, thank you for asking me to be part of this today. So I homeschooled for 22 years. I have 4 children. I homeschooled, I say, from birth through high school graduation, because all of us homeschool at the beginning, right? We just don't realize that we're teaching our kids from home. So yes, all of them were homeschooled all the way through, and so I loved it. I've done it, like I said, I feel like I'd done it forever. But so my youngest graduated in 2019. Well, it's 2025. You're like, okay, why are you here? I could not leave the homeschool community. I had started doing what was called Yellow House Book Rental at the time. That company's gone, and I've moved on to homeschooling teens successfully, where my concentration's on teens, but I had so much for children. I just kept all of that when I moved my new website. Um, but I still love helping moms. I've learned so much through the process that I want to be able to share that so they don't have to do all the research like I did, and they can find out that it really is easier than they think. When you get to the teen years, they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. And that's the best time to homeschool. I say, don't stop now, don't stop now. So that's why I've continued on. So now it's been like, I don't know, what would it be, 27 years now I've been in the
Wow.
homeschool community. And I've loved every minute of it.
I love that. I love that you continue to help homeschoolers and that you were able to see the pain point, the part that was the most difficult, the teenage years, and you're able to hone in and help parents in that way. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I should add now, where I'm a homeschooling grandma. So two of my kids, one of my daughter's 2 kids, we are helping homeschool them. So now I'm back to the young years again. So it's good to refresh on that. So I'm enjoying it.
I love that. That's awesome. What would you say were some of your biggest challenges during your homeschool years?
Um, I would say overall, the biggest challenge was teaching multiple ages and multiple levels at once. Most of the time, I felt like I needed to be in more than one place. You know, this child needed help. Well, this child needed help. Well, this one wasn't understanding math. Well, this one was off somewhere else when they should have been doing the lesson. And, you know, so I think overall that was my biggest one. But it taught me how to be flexible.
Mm.
Homeschooling teaches moms so much. So I learned how to be flexible. I learned how to take a breath. It's okay. It doesn't all have to be done today. And the longer I homeschooled, the more I learned about how to incorporate different things with all of them when we
Mm.
could. So yes, that's always a struggle, and moms are always going to have that struggle because as soon as you think you have it down, they change. Things are different. A new year happens, a new curriculum. So yeah, that was my struggle, but it was learning, it was growing, it was being flexible, and reminding myself why I was doing what I was doing.
Right. I love that you talked about combining subjects with the kids and teaching them together. Are there any specific subjects that you would say worked really well for your family that just helped take the load off?
Yes, we did history a lot of the times together. I did a lot of living books. So
Mm.
this was one of my favorite times. After lunch, we'd sit down, I'd read to them, I'd converse things with the older ones. So I geared it towards the older ones, but the little ones, they were able to draw, they'd do Play-Doh, they'd do something, the sit down activity that would keep them there with me. They learned so much at the
Mm.
same time. They were absorbing it. And it ended up that when the little ones got older, I could skip some of that stuff because it had been implanted while I talked to the older ones. It was great conversation times. It was a nice kind of relaxed time. So history was one that I loved, which incorporated the read alouds, which all ages need the read alouds. And science, we did a lot of experiments together when they were younger. Um, yep, we did a lot of that together. PE, of course, can be done with all of them, right? We all need the exercise. Um, I think other than just life stuff
Mm,
that you could count as school if you
that's
wanted
really good.
to, that was pretty much the science, PE, history.
That's really good. And I love how you mentioned that you would teach the younger kids something when you were teaching the older kids, and then by the time those kids got older, they actually knew it. I've seen that happen as well. So then I would have to completely switch curriculum because, oh, they already know this, so I have to find something else for them. But which is great, but then that goes back to your flexibility that you're talking about. You can't just necessarily say, I know exactly what I'm going to do all the years for all the kids, for all the subjects. Things are going to change, and that's exciting.
Yes, yes. So it was, I learned so much during those times. Oh my goodness. And that's why I want to be able to share that with moms.
So now you've been exposed to schoolhouseteachers.com, and I'm so curious, looking back, how might schoolhouseteachers.com have helped you if you had known about it earlier?
Well, okay, since my oldest is now 32, which means I'm a dinosaur homeschool mom, okay? This was even before social media that I started homeschooling. I know most moms will go, how did you do it without social media, right? How did you do it without all these online things? But if I had that, I would have used, I love the Right Now media. Right Now
Mm,
media is amazing. And so for those of you who don't know, it's just like a wealth of a library of videos for parents, Bible studies, science, history. Drive through history is one of the favorites. I would have used that a lot with my older kids. It's just a fun way to learn history. So that probably would have been an additional resource to what we did with our living books. Um, and I would have, for my little ones, I would have probably known I had a safe video where I felt like they were learning when I needed to spend more time with the older ones.
yeah.
So I would have done that. Apologetics is on there.
Mm,
I would have used that maybe with my older children as an elective or as a Bible class. So I would have used that a lot. Not as for the courses, I probably would have used courses more for my older children. My son was like, just give it to me, let me read it, let me do it, I'll get it over with, that's it. My girls tended to be more of the, can you show me? Can I watch it? So I probably would lean more towards the video courses. And you mentioned to me it's interactive schoolhouse. Is that what it is? ISH. That's
IST, yes.
IS. Okay. I would have definitely looked into that because my kids just love visual learning.
Mhm.
No, I never wanted them in front of the screen the whole time. That's just, to me, that is a small part of it, not the whole part. But I think that would have been something that I would have added that Schoolhouse Teachers has.
Right. And for those of you who are not familiar with the new concept of IST, Interactive Schoolhouse Teachers, it is self grading. It uses courses that are already on the site, but it's hands off for the parent. So a lot of courses are becoming available. And when you get a membership, when new courses become available, you have access to that. There's no hidden or extra fee. So that's another wonderful option of Schoolhouse Teachers.
Yeah. Yep.
So
So
I was wondering, would you recommend Schoolhouse Teachers to families who are currently homeschooling? It sounds like you do, but I was wondering if you have anything else you'd like to say about that.
well, yes, I was an eclectic homeschool. I was towards the eclectic, definitely very much. So I would take pieces and parts and here and there. So I definitely see things that Schoolhouse Teachers would have been beneficial, but I wouldn't have probably used it 100% for everything just because I like so many different things. That's what made us an eclectic homeschool
Right.
family, right? And eclectic, in case those don't know, it just means a little of this and a little of that, and I like this and I like that. And I took from a lot of places. And Schoolhouse Teachers helps with that. It's really good with that too, because you can do like my son, sit down, read it, do it, get it over with. or you can do a video, and watch it and then follow up with maybe some resources of your own at home. So yes, there's something for all of the learning styles and all of the homeschool styles. So yes, it would be something I definitely would recommend. At least look into and see it. Oh my goodness, I have spent so much time in the last week just delving into everything that homeschool teachers have, and I hadn't in the past. So thank you for making me do that because of this interview. But even just the teacher helps. That's
Mm,
great. And I love that it had planning courses by career. So you could look at different careers and go, oh, what do they have for this career? Oh, if my child is interested in this, I could use this. So those type of things, just that helps for the moms or whoever the dad, whoever is teaching, those are excellent resources as well. So yes, I would recommend it.
I'm glad you mentioned that because your expertise is in homeschooling high school. And as I'm embarking on those years, I'm realizing that is something that can be daunting is finding that career path for your child in the homeschool world. Because, in public school, they have guidance counselors, they have everything set out. In homeschooling, we don't realize that there's actually more available to us. And, we
Right,
can be more creative and flexible, but we don't know where to start. So, using those options on schoolhouseteachers.com is
right.
very freeing.
I created a lot of those tools that you have in there because I didn't have them. So I created
Mm,
them, for moms. And I was like, how can I add all of these career classes? I have to figure out how to put it all together.
right.
Oh, schoolhouse teachers already has done that. So that's really good. I appreciate that about it.
Well, I'm so thankful for the wisdom that you have from your years of experience and the everything that you shared with us today. Do you have any final words of encouragement or advice to new homeschoolers that are starting out brand new this year?
Well, for new homeschoolers, I'd say um, moms, and I could be dads, but just give yourself a lot of grace. You expect so much of yourself. You expect a lot of your children, especially if you're coming out of public school. Don't public school at home. So that's one of my advice. You're taking them out for a reason. So don't try to follow that. You're a different family. Learn to take your time, learn to figure out what works for your family. It's going to be a couple years maybe before you realize this is what works for us. It's a lifestyle, it's not just academics. God's made our lives to work and learn and everything together. And that's what homeschooling does. It brings life and education together. So enjoy the flexibility. And for those that have been homeschooling for a while, I know you didn't ask that, but I'm going to add that the time goes by so fast. Enjoy and savor the minutes and um, just relax. I just wish I would have relaxed more, enjoyed the moments more because it goes by so fast. It goes by so fast, and you don't have to check off all the boxes that you think you have to. There's a lot less to check off than you think.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you sharing with us today. And for those of you who are new to homeschooling or you've been doing it a while and you're looking for something new, please click the link in the description and check out schoolhouseteachers.com where you can get the best price available for the year. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thanks.